Was that one of the best rounds of golf, the most enjoyable rounds of golf you have ever played in your life?
It was kind of surreal, but yes. I mean, the thing that is amazing to me, and I don't know if I mean, I think you caught on to it too, is they're like their characters.
Yep.
It's like you're kind of like we're in the show just shooting it up with them, and dude, they're hilarious. I can't get over Connolly, dude. He is so like in a
Connolly rocked
subtle
your world,
way.
no?
Yeah, dude, he's so subtly funny. Like he's not trying to be like Johnny's like this over the top, awesome kind of character, and then you got like the complete opposite with Connolly, and he's just such a funny character.
You know
I
what's
would look
amazing
over and
too?
look at you, we start laughing. They weren't even doing anything. It's just
The funny
awesome.
thing was even like looking over and seeing them in the cart together, and like there was a couple times where me and you were just dying where Drama's getting ready to shoot a shot and just watching Connolly sip on his beer while, talk to Drama before his shot. It was just absolutely hysterical.
And let's be honest too. Let's we're giving them a lot of credit. I think we put on a spectacular outing.
You know what, Jay? I got
Like
to be
we were
honest
having
with
the
you.
time of their.
Not to pat ourselves on the
I
back,
mean,
but that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's not get it twisted. I think they were having the time of their lives.
well, Dylan said that he was ready to play more holes. He wanted to loop back and play
Yeah,
another
yeah.
nine.
He wanted to sneak on and get another nine, and me and
Bobby
Conley
had
were like,
to shut him
well,
down.
yeah, we got one. The funniest part was when we finished the first time when we played with Dylan again, who played Johnny Drama. After the 18 member, so we all go to shake hands after 18, like you do. And
Yeah.
he goes, guys, he's like, we got to do this at least once a week. And I thought he was going to say like I thought he was going to say like once a month. He
You
wanted
look
to
over
do it
at me.
once
I'm
a
like,
week.
I think we can make that happen if you really want to.
And
Thing,
that's, I
totally.
mean, anytime we want to, and we're going to continue to go out golf with them. I mean, they're just so much fun. The first time where we played with Drama, I'll be honest, for me, and I said this before you even came on, Entourage, without a doubt, is one of my if not my favorite show of all time. And we've always said in our group, we kind of have our own little entourage here out in LA. You're without a doubt the Johnny Drama of our group, over the top, in the best ways possible. Sometimes a little bit outrageous. I think you know that as well.
The
But we've
guilty star.
always said that to you, and then here we are at Palos Verdes on the range, and I just look back and I look at you two on the range together, and I'm like, this is the dumbest life of all time. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, and keep in mind, I walked in. I think I was wearing like a tiger print,
Yeah,
polo and a
yeah,
fedora,
yeah.
which to me seems normal. But you're meeting this guy, you probably think, oh God, what the hell are we getting ourselves into here? But he was hilarious. I remember we were on the range. He goes, "Oh, Southpaw boy, Southpaws, they like to get after it," and he's
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Or even when the second time we played with him and Connolly, we're just on the range and I didn't even know that they had pulled up, and all of a sudden I hear Drama just go, cold cuts.
yeah, yeah. And I had never met Connolly in my life, and the dude's just chopping it up with me. They're great, man. They're just, and you know what I love about them? They're just like regular guys who just like to get after it. We're doing shots, we're doing drinks, like beers on. It's 10:30 in the morning, and they just like to have a good time, which is great because they don't have that mentality where we're star. You get that sometimes with some of these cats, and these guys couldn't
Totally.
be further from that.
To be honest with you, in the first time we played on a private course with Dylan, I was worried pulling up that they were going to be stopped for pictures since we were on a public course. I thought for sure that they'd be getting stopped for pictures and it'd be a hard time just to even get onto the hole. But yeah, they're regular guys. And the most fascinating thing, and as I've come close with really pretty much all of them, besides Vince and who played Ari Gold as well, besides them two, I've really come close with them. What's so fascinating is that, and I guess it's why the show works so well. I said to this in the interview that I had with them, is they're so much like their character. Like, am I wrong? Because is Johnny Drama? I mean, there's really not much. That's him. That to a degree. Kevin Dillon is Johnny Drama to a degree.
I mean, it is. He'd be on the tee box, and out of nowhere, he's not joking. He goes, all right, ladies and gentlemen, tip your bartenders, enjoy the
Enjoy.
show.
Yeah, before every drive, he'll look back and just go, "Enjoy,
And
boys."
to me, I go, that was a little bit of a different swing. He goes, oh yeah, bro. He goes, I got a swing that's about 80%. I call it my fairway swing every time. Fairway every time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
well,
why wouldn't you just shoot that shot every time if that's on
yeah,
the
yeah. He pummeled the ball down the fairway.
power, then we speed it up a bit. But
Yeah, he had to drive. It was like a little baby draw that he just piped down the fairway. He's like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, I could do that every time. I have two different drives. It's like that. If you could do that every time, Dylan, put that out there every single time.
it's not even that bad. And he's got another ball ready and he drops it. And Connolly was calling him Dylan two balls because he was just like,
And let's be honest, he's a very good golfer.
yeah, his short game is
His
impressive.
short game is unbelievable. His touch, and you would never like expect it out of Johnny Drama. You would just think some guy that could hit the long ball. His short game was one of the best short games I've ever seen. He can put backspin on it. His flop shots are ridiculous.
Johnny Drama flop shot. He says it's his favorite shot in golf.
Oh, for sure. And he knows. I mean, look, it's a great. The funniest thing was when he was trying to teach Connolly the flop shot and just listening to their banter back and forth. It is such premier content. And me and you are kind of just in this car taking this all in.
And they're really tight still. You can tell that they're just very, very on close terms, but it's Johnny. It's interesting. I keep calling him Johnny, but it's Kevin. But
yeah. Even on the course, you would keep calling him Johnny. We would just
like,
roll.
I hope he doesn't get upset because I'm like, oh, nice shot, Johnny. I mean, Dylan, and but in the show they make him look like he's a shit golfer, but he's actually very good.
Incredible. Yeah.
And Connolly, I think, is still learning, but he played very well with
He
us.
played awesome. Well, he just got a membership too, so he really just got going and shit. He's good, but it's like
if he makes a bad shot, he just flies off the rail.
Well, what did he say? I think we were like 5 holes in, and he's playing really good. And he said, he goes, "I'm one shot away from a meltdown."
Yeah, and he's playing the best golf. He's on the green in regulation for a birdie putt. He goes, if I hit one bad shot, I'm gonna have a meltdown. The other fascinating thing is the stories that they have on the course. They know
unbelievable. And for them, it's like casual, but the people that they met through filming with Entourage and just the people that they know, and it's like a casual thing to them, and they drop these stories, and the stories that they tell out there are just incredible. They're the most ideal guys to golf with.
Remember, he was telling about the time, I don't know, they're at an award show and they're in the back and they met Charlie Sheen. Apparently Dylan and Charlie are like boys, like, right? It makes sense, right? So they're chopping it up, and apparently Connolly goes right behind him comes Ashton Kutcher. And I guess this is right when they used him to replace Sheen.
For 2.5 Men.
And I guess there was like some banter, and then they left, and then Charlie goes, well, that wasn't awkward at all. And they all just started, but the stories are so casual. It's like, they know these guys. Johnny makes a shot off the tee, and he goes, oh, a little baby fade. That's like Mark. And I'm like thinking, Mark? And I'm like, Mark? He's like, oh, yeah, Wahlberg. You should see this guy's draw. And it's just like nothing to them. They know everybody.
It's so casual, for them. But at the same time, too, they're the most, and like you alluded to it, too, they're the most down-to-earth guys I think you'll ever meet. They're not these like stuck-up LA, clearly they've made it and everything. The most down-to-earth guys you could imagine to play with. It was just phenomenal. Did we not get after? We were clanging and banging, Bruce.
Well, the interesting thing is when we first went out, I think the first 6 or 7 holes, we kind of held back, if I'm not mistaken, because we didn't want to be like too much out there. Even the first time when we golfed with Dylan, we kind of held back. And then I think after like 6 or 7 holes, he's like, yo, bro, let's get a selfie out there we can throw on Instagram. And I looked at you and you're like, okay, we're golden.
And that's when we brought the shots out. Once the shots came out.
And with Connolly, I said, I don't want to like be up in their face right away, like kind of feel it out.
From a content perspective?
Yeah. And, and then we did the shots on the turn, and like, it was like a back nine was like
it popped. Of course, we had played with Dylan and just had a fucking amazing time. That second time, it even just popped off even more.